Hey there, scrappy peeps. This is Lisa from The Cherry on Top. Today I want to show you how you can use our new Project Real digital scrapbooking templates. I was having a couple of issues with the I was having a couple issues with some of the effects that I did on these pockets. As you can see here, you can see the pockets pretty clearly, especially since I put this little dip in there. And then here you can see it's a very subtle effect, and some programs it doesn't seem to be working as wonderfully as it could, which isn't a huge deal, and you can always tweak and play and work with opacity and things like that. Let me just go ahead and show you. It's working fine in Photoshop Elements. Obviously, that's where I designed it. And it's also working well in Photoshop as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, these pockets, I'm going to come over to my layer to the pockets, and I'm going to make this layer invisible, because otherwise I won't be able to play with underneath, because yeah, it's going to keep putting me back on that layer. Now, I did per request. Well, I had this one big photo because it looked really cool. I thought just one big photo and all these little pieces. But someone says, well, I like to have all little ones, so I went and I did both for you. So these here, numbers 10 through 18, are each of these individually, but it's underneath here. Look, see, so if I go like this, there you see them. But I'm not going to use them. I like the big photo thingy. I think it is a mega cool idea. So let me go ahead real quick. Like I said, make this invisible. Otherwise, it's not going to be as easy. I'm going to use these pictures. I have them all down here so I can save you the task of having to go through with me on all of these pictures. And I'm going to slide in this one here, I think. And I'm going to slide it over the big one there because that is the one I like the best. Stretch with the corners. Don't forget, always stretch with the corners. And then the beauty of templates makes it very easy. You're going to right click and you're going to create your clipping mask. There we go. I'm going to center this a little better. I can't come down too far, unfortunately. The picture's really at the top. That's okay, because remember down here we're going to put our big title. And now here you can choose what you want to do. Do you want to use journal cards? If you have a journal cards, it will come out so cool and so fast. Your page will be scrapped really quickly. Once again, as you saw what I just did, I went over there and I made the plastic pockets invisible. You do not have to use the plastic pockets. You can totally just use the basic templates that I normally provide. If you don't want to use the plastic pockets, you could consider getting rid of the stitching as well. Here you'll see at the top the stitched, and you can do with the eyeballs over it or even delete it however you want to do it. I like the stitching. It provides a little bit extra something, and of course you can clip a paper of your choice over it too. I see that it's sticking out just a tad bit there to the left. Okay, going back to my photos, you could put cards in here, like I said, journal cards, or you can put pictures. And I have decided that I am going to put in some pictures. Okay, this is really large pictures. We're going to left click to create a clipping mask, and I'll definitely have to bring it down. Let's see, it's a cute little mailbox. These are pictures of a house that we stayed in through Airbnb. We found it through Airbnb, a very quirky, old cottage, and it was so super cute, as you can tell. You see, I'm going to probably have to look for these long, skinny pictures, which is why I thought that that one in particular would be good with the mailbox. Okay, now we're going for the green one. Right click, create a clipping mask, and then we'll slide it over. This is a nice long one too. And another reason I chose these pictures is because I'm going to be using a digital scrapbooking kit from Kim Cameron called The Little Country Church. And the colors are just like these colors. This lovely, I don't know, what is it, like a seafoam green or something? It's really a beautiful color. And I need another long shot. I'm not seeing too many long ones. This one is pretty nifty. I had a lot of pictures. I tried to be selective. You know, when you have this passion for scrapbooking, you most certainly take a lot of pictures. at other people's pictures though too, you know. It's not like it's just my thing. This is kind of nifty. This isn't too bad. I don't know how much I can get in there though. I want to give it a little bit more to the left. I love this whole setup that they had. That greenery over here isn't too important. I'm going to slide it over a little bit with the chair and all, and I just thought it was really cute. Okay, and then here we're supposed to be putting a big title. And you know, my French really isn't so grand. So, I can't even remember the name of the place that we stayed. So I thought I'll just put France in here. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead back. And I'm going to put those back again. See the little pockets? You can see just how mild it is. It goes very slowly, very quietly. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to look for some colored paper. See this? Well, you know, one thing I must say about this particular template is it's not going to allow for too much paper usage. This one I want all the way in the back, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to slide it all the way in the back there. Oh, well, I'm going to try that again. Another thing you can do is go right click, send to back, and then it goes a lot faster than sliding it all down. See how well that green matches? Not bad. I do see a little tad bit of yellow up here. I got to move up my picture a bit there. That's one good thing about that bright yellow background is you can certainly see where you've missed. And I'm certain I'm going to want to change the color of my stitching. I'm going to go for this darkest brown and hope that maybe it will show up a little bit. I don't know how well it's going to show up. Let's take a look and see. I'm going to do the big stitched pocket, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the same. Oh yeah, that looks really super. I like that. I'm going to use the same stitching, the same paper on all the pockets. La la la. See, there really isn't that many layers on these templates, which means it's going to scrap really fast. Now look how subtle the plastic pockets are. That's why I say, you know, if it's not working in your software program, don't worry about it. Another thing that you might want to try to do, and you know what, let's go in there real fast and do that. Let's double click, left click, double click fast on that pocket there and see if we can make it look a little brighter. Maybe it depends a lot on what paper you're using. Okay, that might have something to do with it, and we can play with the bevel. See how you can play with the bevel? See, I don't like that too much. I don't really see a big difference, honestly, unless you go really high. So I might just reset it how it was. But this is something you could do. You could choose up. You could choose down. With the up, I see the lip a little bit more here. And then, of course, you know, the beveling, you could play with that. But I think it's quite okay. I'm not sure what kind of shadows you could play with, if you even could put a shadow. Let's see what it looks like when we put a shadow, maybe. Let me hit cancel here, and let's see. Effects. I'm going to go to my effects. I'm going to go to my shadows and see what kind of effect does it do. Oh, yeah, it really kind of lifts it off the page, and I don't know that I like that very much. It's not bad. It kind of gives it a little bit more. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, let's do that then. That was number 9. Let's go to number 5 and number 1. We're just going to do them both at the same time, and then we'll click on there. See, that's a very subtle difference. It's okay. But that's the cool thing about templates. You can totally pick and choose how you want to do them. Okay, so there. You see how I did all that, and I did all that. We put it in our pictures. Now all we have to do is go ahead in there and put in our cluster. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that with you. I really don't know exactly what I want to do. You could use a big title if you want. Oh, this is kind of a nifty piece. I don't even really know this kit 100%. This is my first time working with it. We'll bring it to the front so that it doesn't get stuck behind everything else. But you see, I really want to put something over this. The garbage cans and this kind of what I would call dead space. It's really not all that super attractive there, is it? Let's go ahead with this fence. It's kind of nifty. I dig that fence now. We're going to get some shadowing. And then you can decide, too, do you want it under your pockets? Do you want it over your pockets? And, of course, you don't have to put anything in there at all. You could leave it just like it is with your pictures, and that will be just fun. I'm going to put this is a church, because it's like a house theme and the colors are also wonderful. And what I love is the high piece. I think that's also kind of fun when you get a high piece in there, but I don't know what a church really. And then you might think my thingy has to do with the church. See, it really fits in there. Lovely. I'm just going to leave it in there for now. We might get rid of it later. Let's see. This is kind of cute. This I really feel like I have to use. I'm not sure where yet though. Look at how adorable that is. I do really like the charm in this. It's super, super cute. I'm not sure where I wanted to put it though. I thought it would be neat, like maybe right in the lip of each one of those things. I think might be really cute. Let's see if we do that. Layer. As long as it doesn't take away too much from our pictures, because I know I'm totally into this digital scrapbooking thing, but I'm into pictures even more than I'm into, you know, the pages and all the goodies I use and the templates I use. Okay, I like it, it's fine, but I really do care about the pictures as well. That's my main reason I do all this. I want to put my pictures in pretty ways. I've been traditional scrapbooking for over 2 decades. I can't believe it. When I thought about the math and I was trying to figure, gee, wow, how long have I been scrapbooking? I did the math and I was like, oh my God. Am I seriously that old? Yeah, wow. A little bit disturbing there. I think that's kind of cute. I like it. Adds a little bit more. Of course, you don't have to do that. If you feel like it takes too much away from your page, then you don't have to do that. Okay. Oh, I really have an idea what I want to do now. I'm looking for some greenery. I want it a little bit more solid and long. I kind of might like, this green seems to match really well. I'm going to want it to go right in front of the fence and behind the church. I'm going to click and then turn it to the left like this. And then I can cover up a little more of that red garbage can that is like, you know, totally messing the look here. Yeah, I do good. I want to cover up a little more of this red. I'm going to go to my effects. And I'm going to choose some lovely shadows. Once again, I am using shadows from Snickerdoodles. That's my girl, Karen. She has lovely scrapbooking supplies and actions and styles, all kinds of really, really wonderful things to make gorgeous pages. I use a lot of her things, and especially her shadows. I love those. Now look at the positioning I'm doing here, you know? This is really nitpicky stuff. Really picky. I'm not gonna worry about too much about that. See how it is positioned? Like, okay, it's not touching here, it's just not touching there. It is a little bit longer than the fence. You know, it's all about getting that stuff in the right place. Okay, I'm gonna look for these things I thought were lovely. I'm gonna take the one without the greenery since I already have some greenery there. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make it go to the left. Here it has to be placed proper. Oh, I had to click the green arrow first and able to get it to move. There we go. I would like to be able to click the green arrow once I already have it where I want it, but yeah, for some reason that's just not the way it works. And Photoshop elements, that's what I use, Photoshop elements. I'm going to put up a shadow that's a little bit higher than the last, and now I need some beautiful flowers. Look at these choices. How do I even know what to choose? This one looks pretty fantastic here. Oh, and that is exactly where I wanted it too. How nice. Okay, now I'm just going to decide. See, now I didn't do a title. In my template that I had that you could go ahead and put a big title there. But instead, I went for a cluster. Like I said, I can't even remember the name of this place. Visual or something in this matter. I'm going to edit the layers down here. I'm going to adjust. This is what we call tweaking the template a little bit, the shadow there, because I want you to be able to see more of a contrast between the flower and what's behind it. I feel like my church is floating on air here. I'm going to bring it down. I didn't really particularly care for where it was there. Okay, all right, we could stop here if we wanted. I find this kind of nifty, and you can see that my pictures are definitely the star of the show, with some nice, soft little elements from Kim Cameron. It just blends so nicely. I really like the way it turned out. Okay, so there you have it, our new Project Simple templates in use. Thanks so much for checking out the cherry. Happy scrapping!